Hello, dolls. This is Casey Childs, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my Lego Friends Heart Lake City Community Center set. Well, actually, it's not just that set, it's also the Heart Lake City Community Kitchen. um, it's from the Legos Friends collection. Did I say that? If not, I can't remember. But this set is from Lego Friends, and it's actually two. So I'll go ahead and pan around here. As you can see, this eating area right here, that actually is, there's a docking mechanism in there, and you can pop things in and out to quickly interchange the modules, but that purple section was on the roof of this purple part of the building, and then the blue segment all the way up to the top, that was on this dock. So I'm going to refer to it as one complete set, but just be mindful that it's actually two sets. And to prove my point here, I still have the box. So here is the Lego Heart Lake City Community Center by itself. And so this is how it's sold, and there's a little dock. As you can see from my set, there is a huge difference. And so that's what I wanted to review with you guys, my MOC'ing experience. Now, shortly before I begin, just to let you know that I'm not really a Lego collector. When I was younger, I found Lego to be a little bit boring, and the challenge of it, I wasn't into it enough to the point to where I thought that I can actually build Legos. So I never got into it. I would see little parts or themes, I think is the correct term. So I remember Lego Elves, and of course I remember Lego Bionicle. But Lego as a whole, I just really didn't follow until this set in, I believe, 2023. I was in the aisle, and then I said, oh, what is that? The colors drew my eye quite quickly. And I said, oh, and then here we are now. I'm jumping forward to spare you, reminiscing on how I came to the set, but we'll talk about that later. But now, I will talk about all the things that I did to this set. When I first built this set, I really loved it, but there were some things I wanted to change, and that was the most unique part about Lego, is that if I built it, just using algebra terms, I can unbuild it and then hopefully start to change it to the way that I want to. And so I went with that initiative. I found out about Pick a Brick, and I went from there. So let's talk about it. Finally, right? I said that twice, but now we're actually going to start. I'm going to break this down. I'm first going to talk about the outside of the building, and then when I go to discussing the inside of the building on the other side, I'll just take it one module segment by itself, starting from, pink, going all the way down to purple, okay? So the major difference that you see right here, we're going to is this side. We're going to call it the left-hand side of the build. As you can see from the reference point when it was sold, I've opted to take this part out, the mural. I didn't really like it. I thought it was wasted space, and the little crane took up a lot of space, so I decided to move it. I also decided to trail the what do we call it, the vines. Now that I think about it, it's weird to see the tree on this side, but it makes sense because technically it's displaying on the reverse side. Sorry, I just thought that was so weird to see the tree on this side when on my set the tree is all over there, but it's probably because over there is where the dock is. Sorry about that, but yes, I decided to trail the vine all the way up the module building. The community kitchen already had this vine here, so I said, oh, At one point it was just, so there was green, the green segment had the vine and then the purple. And so I said, well, wouldn't it be nice if we could like trail it? Because ivy, that's just weird that it would be just on one segment and not trail it, in real life. So I decided to cascade the ivy. And I thought what would be even more fun is that, do you, if you're aware of plants, hydrangeas, you can change the color of hydrangeas based on the soil quality. So wouldn't it be funny if the vine blooms changed based off of the segment? Maybe there's like some type of pigment or sediment it's absorbing from the rock or the well, yes, we're going to say that this is brick because these are actual bricks. So the minerals within the bricks has affected the vine color. So up on top where there's that color is actually called bright purple. If you can imagine that, like it looks like a pink to me, maybe like a magenta, but it's called bright purple. So bright purple, you see the flowers, and then this nougat or melon, I forget the name, but the melon flowers trailing down here to the yellow and the little butterflies. I just love those little butterflies. Well, they're yellow too, and they're right there. Maybe they're attracted to the yellow. Well, actually, yellow plants and yellow and white, I believe, attract the most pollinators. So the two butterflies went to the most attractor. And then here we have green. And as you can see, the cute little ladybugs. Oh, cute little ladybugs. I thought that was so sweet. And then I decided to do an ombre with the greens because I had three types of greens. So we have the lime greens closest to the yellow because, on the fade. Then we have the grassy green and then forest green because it's a little bit deeper, that green. And then also I decided to, in order for you to be able to pick up the difference of the green, I decided that the grass green flowers, I actually don't know the names, I apologize. I'm just making them up on the fly. We'll have the darker leaves, and then the deeper green flowers will have the brighter leaves. So then that way you could tell that there's three different hues of green flowers. Trailing down to the blue, then your darker purple, and then your paler purple. So I just thought that that was so cute to trail that. Over here, you will see that there's a light stand. I have just opted to make 3 additional little stands. It came with one, and so I thought that it would be just really nice to continue to have them throughout the entirety of the set. So I was able, thank the Lord. I thank the Lord. By the way, shout out to the Lord. Thank you so much, Holy One, for giving me the inspiration for all of this, and also allowing me to be able to get these pieces. I was so blessed that all the pieces that I needed to make multiple stands was on Pick a Brick. I recently went to Pick a Brick because I want to even further expand the set. I want 2 more segments, but not every piece is sold. So, wow. I realized how fortunate I was to be able to get all the pieces from Lego.com for the majority of this MOC. Actually, yes, I haven't gotten secondhand pieces. So everything I have was either bought from a set like so, or I was able to get pieces from Pick a Brick. And that was one of the pieces that I was able to get from Pick a Brick. So we have the lantern here. I changed the colorations of the little plants here, and then I also added a little scooter place. One of the little mini friend sets. Let's see, little mini sets. I think I have a box. Yes, I do. I'm zooming out as I go to get it. So like little sets like this, I would buy these, and then they'll come with additional little pieces. And so that's how I was able to get these little scooters, because not this one. This is what is this one? The Forest Waterfall. I mostly got this. Well, actually, my partner Daniel surprised me with this one. That's how I got this one. And I was so happy because that was the first time that he had bought me something from Lego. And I was like, oh, thank you. But I mostly use the dolls, the mini dolls here from this set. I don't really use too much from this set in this MOC, but I got the scooter and the little scooter thing from other sets. So we put that there. And then here's Aaliyah, and she's reading a book. I thought that was so much fun. I just recently added her. Before, there was no minifigures on this side, and so I felt that it felt quite dead. I wanted to liven it up with more mini dolls. So hopefully, well, I don't know. I think it's a nice, peaceful scene just with Aaliyah reading her book, but I might decide to put more mini dolls on this side. But for now, I think it's pretty good. Here on the corner, I do believe I want to add maybe 2 more minifigures going into the community kitchen. So if I do start to purchase more, I'll probably make sure I'll just get minifigs on Pick-a-Brick. By the way, minifigures on Pick-a-Brick is expensive. Some bricks are 10 cents, and the little minifigures were $1.30 just for the head. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just completely threw that out there. Don't quote me on that. That was just an exaggeration, but they're considerably more price than your average bricks. Okay, so on this side of well, I do want to say castle because I'm hinting on to the little flag here. But when I get to this segment, you'll understand why I think that that's a funny foreshadowing. But the center, on the right side, we have here a little date. This is Zach and that's Paisley, but I've changed their hair because I don't want Zach and Paisley because that's mostly what I got, the same characters over and over again. So they don't have names, but this is the doll, mini doll Zach and the mini doll Paisley. But in this brick, their names have changed. I haven't even named them, but they're on a date and they're eating their sub, and they have the little ice cream and then the little milkshakes. That's so cute. Inside, we can start to see, oh, there's some activity going on in there. Isn't that so much fun? So that's this right side. I've added some florals here. I'll go ahead and, I guess because this is outside, I'll talk about this. This is the boys, ba-da, ba-da, let the boys be boys, slam. This is the boys segment, and so they call it their castle. And then I thought that it was so funny because these are 2 Prince figure minifigs. That's Eric. And then here's another Princely figures. And to make this work with the thing, this segment is very cosplay. Inside, you'll see more minifigures that are engaging in cosplay. And I just think that that was on theme with the boys having the bro zone. And then up here, I added some white doves. I do believe that the set did come with a white dove. No, actually it doesn't. I'm looking at the box that comes with the blue dove. Which I forgot to mention, there's a little blue tree right here on the blue windowsill. But I added the white dove. I think this probably came from another set. And then these 2 little turtle doves, that's exactly what they are because they came from the Home Alone set, which I do have. I got that for Christmas. And those were the 2 little turtle doves that Kevin gets, and I think that was a little hint to the second movie because I believe that, yes, the turtle doves became something in the second movie, but I decided to use them here, even though their beak and eye is not colored in. I just kind of like have them facing towards the brick, so you can possibly not notice that there's nothing there. But yeah, so it looks like there's a lot of birds there. So doves, not pigeons, they're doves. Rots with wings, pigeons I've been heard referred to, but they're doves. Here I've added some plants here. And then I added plants on this side here as well. As you can see, there was initially nothing there, and just like a little smoothie and a little cherry there. I've also changed the top. I didn't like how that pink spilled over to the yellow. Luckily, I had put the Lego Friends Heart Lake City Hair Salon or hair shop, and they had this on top of it. And I said, hey, that's perfect. that's when I started to get the inspiration to mock this, because I was like, is there a way for me to take this from that set and put it on here? Yes, it was. And it fit splendidly. I was so happy about that. And I believe that's what gave me the courage to keep going. Because remember, I've never did Lego before, and so it seemed very daunting as a beginner getting into this, even as an adult. And I was like, okay, well, I hope I don't mess that up. But as I started to play around with the set, confidence grew, and this was one of the turning points of that confidence growing. Okay, so I also added white flowers here. As you can see, the original, there was no flowers on the sides, and then it was a mixture between that lavender and the coral color. So I just decided to do white. I don't know. I had all these white pieces, and so I said, oh, you know what? Since there's a lot going over here, colorful. Sorry, since the left facade has a lot of color, I think it would be, a nice way to just to do a monochrome, very minimalist white, and I think it looks beautiful. They're both beautiful beside, vibrant and then demure. And this side is more demure compared to the other, all the jazz with the flowers, but I kind of like that. Then the tree, oh my gosh. When you first got this, the set, that tree was so sparse. I was like, oh my gosh, I wanted it to fill it in. And so I'm so glad that I was able to do that. During Christmas, I had bought my pick-a-brick, and I had qualified for the Christmas giveaway, which, as luck would have it, contained a ton of these little red little leaf pieces. And then I also purchased some more, and then I purchased some more of these fuchsia, or I don't know that color, but the color, I'm sorry, I don't know the official Lego color's name, but these fuchsia little vine things, I bought those from Pick-a-Brick as well. And then for my Home Alone set, don't know if you can see them. They're little red flowers. I actually didn't like that on my Home Alone set. I was mocking it because that's a very Christmassy theme, but I bought the Home Alone set because I liked the house. I wanted to live in that house. Kevin's house is my dream house, to live in a brick house like that. And so when I saw that they had a modular set of it, of course I had to go get it. But I wanted to mock it. So I was like, well, what am I going to do with all these red flowers? And in fact, there was red and green flowers. And I said, well, I put the green flowers over here. And what I'm going to do with the red, then finally inspiration, or the Lord, hey, put it on there. Told me, how he gives you gentle leanings, his gentle leanings when he gives you little hints. Follow the spirit, they say. And so in following that, I put one on there and I said, yep, sure enough, he was correct. It really fills out the tree a lot better. Okay, moving right along. Uh-oh, and you're starting to see a little bit of the peak of the back. I'm going to move to this side of the set, and now I believe this is the correct angle. Yes, this is the correct angle of the tree, so now we're seeing the tree on this side. Wow. Okay, so starting off on this side, that's right, I already started talking about the tree. Here, there's another one of the lampposts, but I decided to add two little potted flowers in a trash can. I love this little melon color. I couldn't find a melon color lid, but I did find a lid piece that was see-through orange, and I had a see-through orange top. And so 2 plus 2, I just said, hey, that looks good. I actually liked it. And I like that idea of having a clear bin, so it might be easier to know, I don't know. I just like that idea. That would be a cool trash can. And here to the bench, it calls for the all yellow, and I did not want to put that sticker on there. But then when mocking, I said, hey, what would be nice if the bench was already colored. And so I really wanted something that was already colored, and it struck me a sunset on the seat. And so that's what these colors are. This is the bottom of the ocean, the sun setting, and then, you know, the coral that comes from the sunset, and then it tapers off into like a pearl, you know, that color, and then dark blue, you know, as it gets darker. So I just thought that would be really cool to do that for the bench. And then here we have a mini doll. He's enjoying a chocolate smoothie, or smoothie, yeah, with chocolate on, well, maybe just, I don't know, cocoa? I'm trying to think of a name of what that drink reminds me of, but I just thought it would be cute to put the little chocolate swirl there with the chocolate cup. And he has a little a croissant. Here, not, oh my goodness, I forgot to mention that. There's so many things I keep to explain, but on here, let me go ahead and move this light post. You can see I put little lights, a little light strip. Ah, perfect. And you can actually see the little angle where I wanted to get to. So I decided to do it in varying colors. So there's little light strips. And so at night, you know, it can illuminate this little outdoor lounge area. And I thought that would be really cute. And the two pots. And then here you can see I also did the lighting on this part of the building too, but with deep blue. Let's give you a better view, shall we? Yeah, there we go. So with blue little lights, and then I decorated it with flowers here. And now that I think about it, I didn't mention that I had put a little chandelier lamppost right here. So that really completes the dating scene. These little pegs in the original were just bare, as you can see right here, and that kind of bothered me. I've started watching YouTubers. I'm trying to put the set back together. Let's see if we can do it. Perfect, it just slid back in. And there was this one YouTuber who said that he did not like bare pegs in his Lego City. I think it was Brixie, if I believe. And I said, And so he explained that, you know, it just looks more finished. And I think that he was correct. Now, of course, there's some parts where I can't help that there's bare peg, excuse me, because they need to in order for, you know, for the seating area. But if it can be helped, I've tried my best to fill all pegs with something. And so up here, you can see that these were original, just some standard little flat peg, but I had all these extra pieces. And so I decided to do some masonry work here to let up there. I kept it on this side because there's a little slope, and wouldn't you know, I had a little wheelchair. I don't have a minifigure in there because the minifigure who was in there, she walks. She can walk now. Oh, her prayers have been answered. But she's, I think that might be her. I'm not sure. It's she had brown hair. It could be her. I forget. But she's no longer in the chair, so I kind of feel bad because the next mini doll that I get, I'm so sorry. And so it's a little dark because she's going to be in there. But that's okay. It's okay. Not saying anything against my handy able people, but you know, my humor is a little dark, so if I did offend you, please do forgive. Okay, right, and that seems insincere as that little chuckle, right? I apologize. But now let's go to the outdoor setting. Here, I decided I had all these pieces, these coral flowers. I could not fit them all on the vine. In fact, my coral flowers, there's actually no bare pegs over there. So I decided to make a little design here, and then I had more red flowers. And so now the little, let me move this lamppost out the way. You can see it's trails. So that's one of my mock things. I also added another lamppost. And funny story about this little sign. Originally, this lamppost came with a sign that said lost puppy, or it didn't say anything. It just showed a lost puppy with little tickets on it. And I said, oh, I don't want to put that on here. But also there was this sign. Originally, it's on the kitchen and it's pointing towards the wall. I'll move it. The sign originally would go right here. On the build, pointing towards upstairs, you know, and then the outdoor patio is actually a not a, what do you call it? A roof lounge. But in this set, and especially at this direction, it was hard to position this, what do you call it, sign to where it was actually accurate. And so as I was completing or continuing the marking, I realized I had a lot of these deep magenta pieces, and actually deep magenta was in the chairs here. And so I said, hey, so I decided to line each side so it can be symmetrical, but I did not have a piece right here. There was a little, another flat piece, and this one actually had a little, as you can see, insert right here. And then finally, 2 plus 2, I said, wait, I can put this lamppost right there. And so I did. And so, oh, that sign can finally be correct. I can put it on this lamppost and it's pointing towards here because technically, right, it's correct. So let me tell you, it's the little things. Just being to be able to reposition that sign so it's correct just gave me so much joy. So much joy that I felt a need to give you a little story about it. Okay, wow, 26 minutes. Okay, so other than that, I decided to, um, there we go, repositioner, deck out this eating area. So you can see each one of them has a tortilla, and a lime and some sauce, and they have spoons and forks, and I just think that it's so cute. Also, I continued the lighting on the pegs over here, but also this little part. As you can see, oh, there's rope. I decided to use that to rope off this section and keep it like exclusive. It's a private party. But over here, I decided it was weird because you can see right here there was like 2 flowers and then these random pegs, and I said, well, that looks a little weird. You know, you might normally ornate these in real life. So I said, well, how can I make this a little bit better? From that lamppost right here, I had these 2 little square lamps, and I decided that it would be better here on these posts to be to make 2 little lamp posts at the end of these stairs. If there was like some type of railing, that would be cool, but there's no railing. Well, you know, 2 little step stoops like this, you might not typically have railing, so maybe that'll be okay. But I definitely love the idea of having 2 little lamp posts right here. And so this area is extremely illuminated. And so if it's outside, you know, you think about nighttime, if this is the only lighting, my goodness. So they have all these lights. And so I guess it just makes me feel like, oh, this would be a pretty scenery with all these lights lit. And even at nighttime, you know, I would definitely want to pay for that exclusive private patio eating area. Yeah. Okay, with that, let's go into the segments. Geez, I was kind of debating. I panicked earlier about the 26 minutes, like 26 minutes, and I haven't even gotten to each layers of modular, the modular section, and they're very detailed. But you know what? I'll go ahead and make it all one video. Why not? Okay, let's start from the top of things. So the roof access, as I said, I removed that crane. So with that space, I said, what do I want to do with this space? So the first thing I did was move this to the corner, and I said, oh wait, you know what? With this view, I bet you people will be inspired to paint. So in this set, in the pink room right here, it was like a textile and a t-shirt decorating room, which I hated. I was like, that room is wasted space. I'll talk about that when I get to that section. But I had this easel, and I said, oh, I could easily repurpose this as a painter's easel. So I slowly started to get inspiration, and eventually I decided to take the sticker um, from my lamppost. As you can see here, the sticker normally goes on the lamppost drapes, but I really didn't like that because um, I wouldn't be, I didn't know how to get these stickers for the additional 3 lamps, so I didn't use them. So I had them, and I said, well, you know what? Since he's painting, versus just imagining that, you know, he's always having a painter's block, why don't I just use that sticker so it looks like he's painting the tower itself, right? As he's sitting on top of the roof. And so I thought that would be so cute. In the garden here, I decided I had several of these strawberry little clips. So the little flowers, she's doing there. She's growing strawberries, and then she's growing tomatoes and peppers for the kitchen downstairs. And then this is for, spoiler alert, this is for the below sweet shop. So she has a little strawberry preserves that she makes for them. And then over here, I don't know if you're a gardener and you have a family, but you cannot stand it when people touch your tools, right? Everybody's going, I'm going to lock my tools up. That's exactly what she did. She locked her tools up in her little toolbox here. So that's why there is a little lock there. And then I decided to keep this water container because I thought that was just so genius. If you're going to have a garden, why not collect rainwater? And so I kept that here. Another thing you can see is the railing. I just thought it was just so unsafe to not at least have some type of railing on the top. So I decided to go ahead and rail these, and I accentuated it with these lights. So even though this is up top in the morning, of course you get all the light, but at nighttime it is pitch black, right? So I wanted to add some lights up here. And so I thought it would be cute to light the railing. And it's kind of like, how should we say, a safety net, right? At nighttime, here's the railing, right? You can easily just trip over, whoa. But now you don't have to worry about it because the lighting is here. And so that is the rooftop. Really love that. Speaking about it, I forgot to mention that, oh, actually, no, I think I did mention. Did I mention that I continued the facade, the brick, not the facade, the window on this side? I think I did, but yes. This video is going so long, I'm repeating myself. Do forgive me if I did mention that already. Okay, so I guess what I'll do is I'll gently take this rooftop off. Let me place it out right here. Okay, and so now we're on to the top layer level, and this is a let's just say a sweet shop, right? Because there's several things going on here. It's not just pastries, because they also sell espresso, and they also have ice cream. As we can see, as one of my minifigures here, she has ice cream. So I guess we'll go ahead and talk about everything in here. So we have one minifigure. He and his partner are the runners. They own the owners of this shop. I love this right here. These has little cookies and a little cookie spin. And then there's a crepe because they also sell crepes, and I got that from the crepe set. And then we have a little cash register with some cheddar. And then over here we have golden plaque, I want to say figure, statue, award. That's the word I'm thinking about because it's a trophy, a golden trophy. This potato sweet shop has been recognized for their excellent food quality and great service. So they won last year's Shop of the Year. And then inside we have some sweeties, well, it looks like mints, but in this a little candy jar right there. And then here, this is where they make the ice cream. So, and beside it, we have the sink. There's the espresso shop. Below here, we have a little, let's see, a little fridge. And I don't know if you can make that out, but that's some juice, some lemon juice. Maybe they make some type of fancy drink right here. Over to, continuing over, we have the little spices or the ingredients section. And let me see if I can move my baker. There we go. Oh, well, I actually don't have another drawer for that down there. But as you can notice that I'm missing a drawer. So I decided, until I get another one, just to position it right here because I can easily hide that out with the minifigure. But I am missing a drawer. And then right here, this green book. We have a green book which has a cupcake on it. So you can see it's the recipe book. And here's Leo. And I gave him the minifigure head from the old friend's pizzeria shop. So I gave it because it had a chef hat, and his outfit looked like, like a pastry shop's uniform. So yeah, he just looks like a baker. All right, and I love that. And so here we have the crepe. This was the sign of the crepe shop, but I say, hey, that would be so cool to actually make a cake. And we have some gumdrops and some icing here on the corner. I love that I was able to do this with the little pieces to make it seem like a rounded edge. And then we have a little bit of mason brick here, and you can also see it on that side. There's the little jar, that Leo used to cream it off. We have the pie, little pie, and this actually on the other side is actually an oven. So you can see that little oven. I can't get my finger in there, but you can see through the window there's a little oven. And then right here, this came from the donut shop. We have little donuts. And then we have a cookie jar. Can you see that as cookies? Yes, there's a little cookie jar. The way it's positioned, in order to fit on the peg, you won't be able to see it. But cookie jars, we have some cakes here with whipped cream. We have the menu. And then on the espresso machine, you have your little espresso cup. On this side, we have 3 patrons, right? Grandma with her granddaughter, and her granddaughter has a little bear with her and her little friend. I know you can't see their faces, but from angles. And then back there, I'm really proud of this build. I just finished it today. It's a little shelf that sells, where they sell like little, I don't know, creams, lotions, I don't know. It just looks cute. I can't think of what to assign it, but I really love, merchandise right here. And then on the other side, there's still some more merch. And I really love how I was able, this was originally from this set. Originally it was in between somewhere around here. Oh, that's right. It was in between the walls. And that's what held up this mural, the pieces inside of here. And I was like, well, I wonder if I can save that shelf. And so the Lord helped me to figure out how to display it as a piece that can, that's not fixated to the wall, but is actually removable. So I just thought that was so cute. And we also have a little a little rug right there, a little heart rug. So cute. I love this little potato sweet shop. And you'll notice that everybody does because you'll see these little cups everywhere throughout the build. So that is the pink segment of the build. We turned it from, I don't know, a class working shop because it was fabric and painting to a patisserie. I want to say pastry patisserie, but a sweet shop. Okay, so as I carefully maneuver this off camera down, now here we are back to the boy zone, the bro zone. So as you can see, there's a lot of activity going on here. One of my minifigs, oh my gosh, maneuvering these minifigs just to get your fingers in here is so hard, but I'm going to try to do it for you guys and in record time so we can continue on with the review. Here, okay, so his hair is sideways, but I'm not going to try to fix it because I don't want to take up too much of your time. I need to get through this review. But here we see a little game of Heroica and a little bit of cosplaying, right? And I think that that is so cool. These are from, these two minifigs are from Lego Elf. Remember, I think I said in this version, I tried to start this video 3 times, so I'm not sure if in this session of filming did I speak about how I was familiar with Lego Elves, but I was able to find some Lego Elf mini doll figures, and so I didn't think about how would they arguably fit into my build. I just wanted them, but it made the most sense for them to be positioned here by the Heroica because they could be cosplayers. And then at that point, you know, the now elves are just minifigures who are cosplaying. I thought that would be so cute. And then they have right here, there's another bro. He's reading the rules, or, you know, maybe he's the dungeon master. I do know in Dungeons and Dragons there's a player who controls, you know, the game. So maybe he's the dungeon master. And I thought that was such a good story to tell in this room. We also have Leo and Zach, and they're playing race car games. They have their little helmets on, and that's so cool. And here's Ollie. He's cheering them on, and he has his coffee from the shop upstairs. I did not want to use the sticker that portrays a race car game because, you know, I might decide not to have them play race car games. Maybe they're just playing a regular game, and so, you know, I didn't want to use that sticker and be limit my creativity on whatever game they're playing. So I didn't use the sticker here, but it's still pretty cool. And then here we have 2 surfboards behind the back of the TV. We also have a Leo skateboard right under the stand, and I thought that that was kind of cool because, you know, the bro zone can sometimes be a little clouded, but, you know, want to make sure that they have everything needed just to have a great day. Over here we have a little bunny. I actually thought that was a cat, but there's a rabbit, I suppose. And then even further still on this side, we have photos of the bros and some flowering detail. And on here, there's just a little minifigure statue, and I guess that's controls the TV controller. I'm not sure. But I thought it would be cool to pretend that that has something to do with the gadgets. The build normally calls for that to be like some white piece or something like that, random, and I just thought that that was random. So I was like, well, versus just having it white or something, you know, let's try to make it incorporate into that the build, since I had to have it there. Yes, that's what it was. It was a part of the patio door. The patio door goes out, so you can't get rid of this to clear space. So I decided, well, since I have to have it, let me do something with it so it looks like it's purposely a part of the build. So that's what I did, and so I just haven't made a story on why it's here. But it looks good. So that is the bro zone. Oh, and you can see they have little games, little drinks beside the controller, and a little nightstand. And then we also added a little, I say we, I also added the little mat that came from Leo's room. Geez, I feel like because this video is so long, I feel the need to rush, but I guess I should just take my time. And because, you know, normally when I see long YouTube videos, I don't mind it. So I guess the best thing to do is just enjoy it, right? Enjoy the process, not speed it along. And that way, everybody can enjoy the video. So next we have the green room. The yellow room is all for boys and the green room is all for girls. And there has, oh, maybe we should hush. They're currently shooting their favorite podcast, Girl Talk, with the two twins. They are telling you everything about everything, from fashion to the latest trends in jewelry, makeup. They try not to cover politics, but sometimes they do cover politics in a respectful way, which is very hard nowadays. In a respectful way, I mean in a non-heated way. But their girl talk. I keep trying to fix one of the twins. I still don't have names for them, but I decided it might just be best for me not to fool with her. In the back here, we have another figure, and she's another producer. These are the two producers. She's in the back. She's working hard. She has coffee, and they have coffee from the upstairs sweet shop. And then here we have another producer, and she's currently watching Stephanie, who is downstairs, report on the community kitchen. And then here she has her phone, some more minifigures, and then a little bottle of lotion. And there's the cat. We can see the cat through the window. One thing that I changed is about this is, you know, just the seat. This is pretty much the same that it is from the build, except there's here in the windowsills, I have added flowers. And let me see if we can see it from the other side. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see them from the windowsill. So there's little flowers, green and coral, and they're on top of little golden, there we go. You can see it from this angle. It's in this window too, like golden little plant holders. I thought that was so cute. So that's mainly the things that have changed. This one pretty much is still true to the sets configuration. I also added this little stand with the lamplight, which came from Leo's room. I thought that would be cool. You know, just because the set originally came with this recorder and this little lamp, but I thought it would be cool to add a second one from a different angle, because most series are shot from, well, you know, there's multiple camera angles. Like when you see Oprah, you're like, which camera? This camera, that camera. So it just made sense to add another camera to the green room. Okay, so that was the shortest video, because I didn't really change too much. The shortest segment, because I really didn't change too much. And let's see if I can lightly lift this up. There we go. And I'm going to place this softly to the side. All right, now we have the blue segment. And in this portion, well, you know, we're all adults here. We have a night lounge or a karaoke bar. Right now, it's it can be both. It's a karaoke bar in the day, and at nighttime, it's a cabaret jazz bar. And so I really wanted to keep going on theme with that, with the space. So you can see she's singing Pink, Raise Your Glass, because right now it's karaoke. This minifigure here with the pink hair, and I thought that would be cool because she can either be doing karaoke or she could be a pop star. you know, because many pop stars have pink hair. Nicki Minaj comes to mind, even though she's a rapper. I understand she's not a pop star, but just an example of a famous entertainer with pink hair. I kept the lights here, but I also decided to add these two little flowers here, because normally on the stage, you know, you can see flowers on a stage, so I thought that would be cool. I added a little puppy in the back because she's a diva. When she's a cabaret singer, she's a diva. I imagine that you know, she's that girl and she carries a puppy with her. But so that's why the puppy's there. So right now in this storyline, she's at a karaoke, but in the storyline where she's a cabaret dancer, the puppy makes sense. There's a random cat. Listen, the cat is not there for any reason other than the fact that I was like, hey, I have this orange cat. I don't want to do with it. So I put it there. In the back here, we have our pianist, and she has her little drink, and they tipping her, honey, because she is a good player, and I love that. You know, mostly when you think of an entertainer, you know, the band is often overlooked. I believe Lestat said that in the new AMC Interview with the Vampire, and so that just always stuck with me. So I had an extra $100 bill just lying around. So I decided to give it to her. And there was an open peg there. So it just made sense to put that $100 there that she's getting tipped for her service. Then we have 3 audience members. They don't have names, but I think this was, let's see, who was she? Leanne, Leo, and then I think she's from the Old Friends, so I think this might be Andrea. Do not quote me. I'm not sure, but I think this might be Andrea. If it's not, sound off in the comments who she is. But they all have cups. His actually helps him to anchor. I discovered that upstairs in the green room with Leah, that having the doll hold the cup as it's anchored onto the table, it helps to situate them. Otherwise, he just goes flying all over the place. So that's why he doesn't have his cups in the air, even though, you know, Pink's song is raise your glass, but he would raise his glass. However, I need him to be anchored. And then here on the top, there's a crate, there's a pizza, 2 candles, and then I also added a little mat here when you walk in the door. Yay! So that is this scene. So I have mostly kept things true to the original layout, but, you know, just added more detail. And I really like this one. This one has a very good, strong storyline. Just like the yellow room with the boys, you know, just being bros, this room has a very good storyline. So with that, we're going to go to finally the last piece, and it's been an hour. Wow, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. So this last portion is the community kitchen. And this one has one of the strongest storylines here. I know that the Lego's Friends version story of this set is that Leo and his grandma owns this, and he helps her run the community kitchen. But in this storyline, Leo's grandma sold it, and so now I think his name's Jules. Jules is the owner here, and this is the hottest Chipotle rival there is. Everybody comes here. The who's who loves this shop, and that's why they have the fancy outdoor patio private eating area. Very posh. So I really love this. What really made this work was finding an extra plate piece on the floor to expand the kitchen, because before the space was so narrow and this stove took up so much space, you really didn't have a lot of room for a proper waiting room. But once I added the plate piece here, I was able to push back this stove and make proper waiting room. So We have the Jules. He's on the stove. He's firing up the stove, well, to make some tortillas, not tortillas, burritos. And then here is the meat. This batch is already done. She is preparing it in the tortilla press to make new burritos. Then we also have somebody chopping up fresh onions. And then remember I told you that Who's they have a great championship, and they also here won were recognized for their great service and excellent food, and it was called Restaurant of the year before the pastry shop won theirs, and so they got the championship. You can see that little trophy right there. I thought that would be so cool. They're right under the sorry for the zooming in and zooming out. They're right under the dish rack. And then over here we have the counter space, and here's the fridge where customers can come in and get drinks. Should I? Yes, let me go ahead and maneuver it so you can at least see that. As I'm doing this, there's pieces all over the place, and I'm trying not to like knock it over. But let's quickly maneuver it. Well, you know what? It might be easier if I just detach these two pieces. There we go. And that way I don't have to worry about breaking things on this portion of the set. And so I can spin the set of the community kitchen so we can see things without having to worry about damaging stuff. Okay, perfect. We really can't open this door. I'm not sure why. It's this sign right here, but as you can see right there, there's little drinks in the refrigerator that customers can just pick up and take to the register. Here we have, I love these little lights. Okay, so as I was doing the floor, I thought it would be really cool to finish it off by covering up these peg pieces with at least, because inside, as I want to maneuver the kitchen or, tell a different story, I don't want to continuously, pick up flat pieces in order to move. So I thought it would be okay to leave the kitchen bare pegged, but I at least wanted the border to be edged. So as I was looking throughout my spare pieces and finding this tan color flat pieces, I found I didn't have enough. And so at one point in time, these little pieces weren't here, and so it just ended. And so I thought to myself, well, I have these little 4 pieces. If I put them there, it's just going to be weird because they have socket holders in them. And so I also had these little bottle toppers. And so I realized shortly on that with Lego, it's good not to have functional fixedness. This functional fixedness is a psychological concept where a person learns something, an object, right? For example, you learn it as one thing and it's hard for you to see it as another thing. So I learned this as a bottle topper, but here on this floor, they look like light bulbs. So I attribute that inspiration to the Lord to use these as light bulbs. So that's how I came to use these, get these lights here, is because I was looking to complete this border. And so to make it work, I put these toppers in there. So, yay! That was another thing that I just thought it was just so cool to bring together. And then here we have in the restaurant, the hostess, well, not the hostess, but the clerk, taking the menu and just giving Mayor Stephanie her order. And this is being filmed. I probably should have, you know what? I probably should. And I do have I'm sorry, I'm thinking in my head, but I'm not talking aloud. I'm thinking I should have a cameraman filming Mayor Stephanie getting her takeout, since in the green room, somebody is watching her. So the next minifigure I should get, and I think I do have a green camera, we'll want it black, hopefully, but maybe I'll get a minifigure with a camera actually filming Stephanie getting her food. um, to continue on, we have a little bit of a seating area. I thought this was so cool. I had got the Fab Five set. Let me move Stephanie's takeout so you can see this chair. And so this was a part of that Queer Eye loft set. I took it here from there and I put it in here. And then one of the friends' little $10 sets was like a beach and it had a palm tree. And I said, oh, wait, I can use that palm tree as a great decorative plant. And it's inside a little blue pot right here. So I just thought that that would be cool. And I topped it off with red flowers. And I just thought that that would be a nice little reading room. A nice tropical feel to the reading room and decoration. And up here you have a little menu. And then over here we have a story of two bros. He's telling to this one bro, hey, you really got to try that Sweet Shops, which has no name, on the top floor of their coffee. And so he's offering the coffee as they wait to get to order. So I just thought that that was so cool. Okay, that was it, a whole hour. So, all right, so let's add things slowly. Let me focus the camera. So that way we can end off with the completest view of the set. Next is the green rooms. All right. And I'm being very careful with this because, you know, I like not to ruin my hard work. Okay, so the green is next. It's done. Next is yellow, the bro room. So let's add yellow here. Oh, wow, I didn't know that I had taken a portion of the green room when I had moved the yellow. No wonder why it wasn't sitting flat. All right, there's the yellow portion. Now let's add the pink portion. All right, adding the pink portion is done. And now we're at the rooftop. I'm so happy that, wait, I was about to say I'm so happy that I haven't broken anything. And I was like, oh, as I say that, let me shush. I don't want to jinx it. And break the roof at the last ending. Okay, there we go. Kind of just want to be gentle. Don't want to force it if it's not going to sit properly. Okay. Maybe repositioning myself to make this easier. Trying to do this with one hand and filming is a little bit difficult. Perfect. Okay, great. Sorry that we probably out of focus as I was fixing the set. So the roof is on top again. And now let's add the patio eating area, or the second portion. Okay, here it is. It's coming into frame now. And add it to those Technic pins. You know, at one point in time, these Technic pins, it was so hard to take these sets apart because I wanted to complete the masonry bricks before I had add this light post, and that masonry brick was connecting the two sets. So whenever I wanted to move the two sets, that one brick would keep breaking, or that one brick would stop me from separating the two sets. So I'm glad that I eventually did away with that design and just wound up putting a little brick peg right there so I can put a lamp post. So now it's a lot easier to reattach and disconnect the two sets. Okay, dolls. So with that, that is my Lego Community Center set. Community Center set. That is, well, yes, it's hard to, actually, yes. Its name should be the Lego Community Center because even though they're sold as two pieces in the show, it's just one building because it's meant to be one building. So I guess we can refer to it as the Heart Lake City Community Center. But that is my review and my mock of it. I really hope you enjoyed yourself watching, and that the video has inspired you, and that my rambling wasn't too bad for you. I do want to add 2 more segments to this set, so hopefully I can do that soon. This mock took me 2 years, and not because I was changing it, over and over again. I had bought all the pieces on the first year, and then, I went on to other things, and eventually I was like, well, I guess I just won't finish it. And so when I came to the thought, I said, nope, I'm going to finish this mock. And so this year I decided 2 years later to complete the mock. But I'm glad I did take all that time, because I really got to sit and stew and think. Because for the longest time, I didn't know if I wanted to have a trailing vine up the community center. So I guess it took 2 years for me to finally say, hey, yes, it's going to be great. Let's trail the vine up there. And I'm really happy with it. So without rambling too much, I'm going to go ahead and end this video and wish you guys happy building if you're into Lego. And hopefully this will inspire you to look at a set that you love and making it even better, make it your own. Till next time, dolls.